Hi everybody and welcome. This is Visible Lady of Faith coming to you with an overview of the Sunday School lesson entitled Justice and Kindness for Sunday, December the 12th, 2021. The characters in today's Sunday School lesson include King David. King David was the second king of Israel, and Saul was the king before David, and Jonathan was Saul's son, and Mephibosheth, he was Jonathan's disabled son who had damaged feet from probably being dropped as a baby, and Ziba, he was Saul's servant. Some people were glad that King David became king, but some people weren't. Back in those days, people in power transferred power to other family members. Sometimes the people in power killed other people who they felt were a threat to their family members remaining in power. David had courage. David was probably a young boy when he killed Goliath and when Samuel anointed him with oil to be king of Israel. King David had a sincere heart, whereas Saul was probably cruel. He accomplished some things like conquering Jerusalem, which resulted in Jerusalem becoming a political and religious center, moving the ark, and defeating the Philistines, one of Israel's enemy nations. He was not perfect, but put forth an effort to do the right thing. I wonder if David felt a little guilty about taking over the kingship of Israel from Saul. Ziba responded to David's question, and I quote, "Is there anyone still left of the house of Saul to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" End quote. He told him about Jonathan's disabled son, Mephibosheth. So when David called for him, they brought him to him. Since David and Jonathan had been friends, he probably had a soft spot in his heart for Mephibosheth. King David wanted to prove to the people that supported Saul that his intentions as king were sincere. David had vowed to Saul and Jonathan that he was not going to destroy his house. He wanted to keep the promise he had made to Jonathan, not treating them the way other people had treated them. David wanted to make sure that Saul's descendants got the land that belonged to Mephibosheth, grandfather, Saul and his family, so it wouldn't be stolen. Even though David went through some bad times with Saul, he didn't want to be revengeful, but wanted to show kindness.